Hey guys, it's Miss Allen. I'm going to go over our sectors of the economy PowerPoint for Friday. I still want you to look over it yourself, but this way I can explain it just like I would do in class. Okay? So, we're talking about the economy. Specifically, this part is about our U.S. economy, what we're doing here in our country, and the sectors of the economy. Sectors is just a fancy word for sections or parts. So these are just the things that make up our U.S. economy. Okay. There are four sectors of the U.S. economy. You'll notice by this graphic right here that we have four equal parts, or we have fourths, and they really are all equally important. We've got the household sector. That's you. That's your house, your family, the people that live with you. What kind of money do you guys bring in? Including you, even though you don't have a job, you still have money from time to time. Okay. And how do y'all spend that money? What do you choose to spend it on? What do you need to spend it on versus what do you want? All that kind of stuff. Then we've got our businesses. Businesses are, of course, places that I can go and spend money. Some of you guys may have some business owners in your family, or you may have people that work in retail and they work in a store and they help households get the things they want and need. Then we have banks. Okay, banks are a safe place for me to keep my money. It also can help me with something like saving money, investing money. That means putting some money in and getting more money out over time. And also, if I need money, if I'm making a big purchase that's going to require, usually thousands of dollars, like a car or a house, then I might take a loan out and a bank can help me with that. And then there is the government. The government is involved in our economy because they make laws and rules and taxes, and they also help provide public goods like your computer that you're using, like our school whenever we get back there, like me talking to you. My income comes from our government and the taxes. So these are the four sectors that we'll be talking about. All right, to start, we have households. Households include all the people in the U.S. Not all households are the same. We all know that. All of our families are made up in different ways. Some of us only have 2 or 3 people at home, and then some of us have, 8, 9, or 10 people at our home. And so it really just depends. Which of those people are bringing in money? Which of those people are helping to pay bills and get our needs met? All of that goes into the household sector. So households work together to earn livings and pay their bills. You earn a living by your job, okay? Whatever job you do, even if you don't have a job, whatever little chores you do here and there, or just the different ways that you make money. All right, the fourth bullet, people and households act as consumers when they spend money. So consumers is a word you've talked about for years. Remember, a consumer is anybody that is needing goods or services and trading something for those, whether that be another good or service or money. Okay. Consumers consume goods and services. What do households consume? And are you a consumer? Well, households are going to consume lots of things, such as food. I bet y'all are eating your families out of house and home being at your house at this time. You also consume things like electricity, gas, water. Okay, even if you're not literally eating them, which generally consume kind of means that you're eating it, it just really is talking about you using them in some way. And so, are you a consumer? Everybody say it. Yes, we are. Okay. All right, businesses. So, businesses form the part of the economy where goods are made and services are provided. So, these are going to be your stores, your restaurants, your nail salons, anywhere where you can go and spend that money. Businesses can be large or small. So a large business is going to be something that we have here in Locust Grove, but if we drive on down the street to McDonough, they probably have that same business. And then if we keep going down the street to Stockbridge or all the way into Atlanta, they have it there too. That's going to be something, as you see on the screen, Walmart, McDonald's, Chevron gas station. Those are large businesses. Whereas our small businesses, think about, Old Town Locust Grove. We have some different hair salons. Those aren't going to be just in any town. There may only be one of that business. We also have some restaurants down there, Love and Oven or Peach Pit, Tasty and Tempting. Any of those different places are considered a small business because there's only one or two of that location. Okay. It gives the example of places called Somerville Cabinet Company and Kim's Donuts. Okay. When you are a manufacturer of one specific thing, that means that you specialize. What is the definition of specialization? So like how it mentions Kim's Donuts up there, Kim's Donuts is not going to sell gasoline. Why? First of all, it's weird, okay? But they're probably really good at selling donuts. That is their thing. That is their specialty. They're great at it, so they're going to do it because they know how to do it well. They know how to do it quickly. They know how to do it for the best price, and that means when you go there, you'll get the best price for you and not be spending a lot of money because it's taking them a lot of extra time training or getting the right stuff. Okay, specialization is super important. It helps keep our prices down. All right, our next economic sector is called the bank. Okay, banks are businesses that make money by handling money. Okay, there are two kinds of accounts that banks offer. There's a checking account and there is a savings account. Now, with the checking account, you can access your money through what's called a debit card. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of the debit card before. Then there's also something called a credit card. That is different. Debit means get me money out of my checking account. Credit card means I need to borrow some money from the bank and I'm going to have to pay you back on that. And that's exactly this idea here. They make money by handling money. Let's say that I need to go to the grocery store and I need to spend $100, but I don't get paid until Friday, like next week, next Friday. I don't have that money. I might say, can't put that on my debit card out of my checking account, but I'll put it on my credit card. And then once I get paid, I should pay that off. Okay. All right. So it says checking accounts, where you can have easy access to your money. You can also easily keep track and organize the money in your account. Now, a savings account is where you can keep your money longer. There are usually penalties for withdrawing your money from a savings account. I know for me, I have both. And with my savings account, if I try to withdraw money, I can, but I cannot pull money from that account more than 6 times a year. Whereas my checking account, like I can go to Walmart and then I can go to McDonald's and then I can go to Chevron and then I can go to, all these different places that we just talked about. Cake and Shake, Dollar General. I can run to all these different stores in one day and swipe my debit card. That's not a problem. But with a savings account, if I'm pulling out money lots and lots of times, then I'm going to be fined for that. The reason is when you keep money in the bank, you can earn interest or money the bank pays you for keeping your money there. Interest is a good thing when you're earning it. When you have to pay it, it's not as fun, okay? Remember earlier I talked about the credit card. If you have a credit card and you borrow $100 for groceries, when you go to pay it back, usually they go ahead and charge you a little interest too. That means that instead of me paying $100 back, maybe I have to pay $105, depending on my credit and my interest rate and all that. Maybe I have to pay $110. Maybe I have to pay $120. So it's not just an even thing, you really don't want to have to charge stuff too often. It really should just be for emergencies. Anyway, our last bullet is banks use the money to make loans to people for many reasons. When you borrow money, you are charged interest that you must pay back to the bank. All right, the next sector is the government. So we have a government building here, and the government really is just kind of this overarching thing over so many different public services, and the way that we pay for that is taxes. Okay, like we talked about while we were still in school, it's tax season right now. So you may hear your family members that have jobs talking about taxes. Some of them have to pay taxes. Some of them will get back a tax refund. And whatever it may be, everybody does pay taxes, even if you get a refund. If you get a refund, that means you paid too much tax throughout the year. Okay, so it says the government gets its money from taxes. People as well as businesses must pay taxes to the government. What services does the government provide the people? Okay, that again is going to be your public schools, roads, basically just anything having to do with a place that I can go without having to spend money, many parks, many different services. Okay, the government provides a service by regulating or setting rules on how businesses operate. Sometimes these rules protect the consumer or the environment. The government also manages how much money is available in the market. It sets interest rates and works to keep the U.S. economy stabilized. So one thing that people are thinking about with the coronavirus right now, and so many people staying home from work and potentially not getting paid, businesses potentially closing, is what effect is this going to have on our economy? Are we going to have a big crash? Well, hopefully. What we're reading about right here is that the government could help stabilize the economy. And so we all kind of have to work together. If they're closing different businesses for health reasons, those employees still have bills to pay at home. Right now, they're not keeping people from getting bills. We're still getting them. And so we just have to make sure that people can be okay through this situation. So more to come on that. All right, so that is the end of the presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if you have any questions.